Howdy, howdy. Welcome on in to the pre-show. No! Why did it do that? Don't do it again.
It just wanted to give you the opportunity to fade in.
It probably wanted me to give me the opportunity to fade out. Be like, nope, you're done for today. I'll show y'all in a second, but I'm glad that y'all got your baseball talk out of the way because we have bigger and better things to talk about today. Do you know...
Here with the pre-show is Ashley Pickle.
Do you know what today is?
I know yesterday was International Talk Like a Pirate Day because Hank's podcast told me that.
Oh, nice.
This week in Cruton!
It's This Week in Cruton.
That is...
It's Powers Day.
That is fair.
Which is a reason for celebration.
Correct.
I think we all agree.
Every single Wednesday.
September 20th. No, I don't know what... should I?
Probably not.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it depends.
Like,
You
do I
should.
love America?
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
It's National Queso Day.
Oh, wow.
That rule. So see what I'm saying? Like, you should know that.
Yeah.
But now that you know that, now that you've been told, you're not allowed to forget.
Correct,
Because
yeah.
you might not have ever been told in your 30-whatever years of life.
I didn't know that there was a national... I mean, I presume there's a National Everything Day, but, like, it's National Queso Day. Interesting. Did I ever tell you the story of the first time Hank tried queso?
No, but I would love to hear it.
So we went to local establishment. But we went to a local establishment that is not a sponsor that has an excellent drive-through.
Okay.
Not Taco Bell. Like,
Yeah.
but like for Mexican food, and we got queso, chips and queso, and we came home, and Hank said, Hank tried it, and like I was talking to somebody else, and he just said, "Daddy, I really like the wet cheese."
He's not wrong.
I'm like, buddy,
I do
that's
too.
a really like sharp description of like what queso is. Wet cheese.
Yeah.
It is a big day then. Queso, because you are
It's delicious.
You're like. I would be interested in as far as dips are concerned, because you're large. A lot of your money is tied up in condiments, to borrow a phrase.
Legitimately. Have a ranch budget.
Like ranch, queso.
Yeah.
You are a dip
Yes. That's
connoisseur.
Yeah, I've talked about that, and after going through like a list of like some of my favorite foods, I've realized all of them are just devices that I can use to get like some sort of dip or condiment to my gullet. And so yeah, but queso's definitely up there on the list of best dips.
Oh yeah, that is good. I will also throw out there like a spinach artichoke dip.
I like a good spinach.
You guys had...
It's gotta be warm though.
You guys on WTF, and they are a sponsor. Our friends at Yo Quiero.
Oh my God, the bean dip.
I was gonna say you had a friend from Yo Quiero on WTF last week, and then you came out of this room like screaming from the rooftops. You guys have to try this bean dip.
Okay, one, I'm a massive fan of bean dip, and she not only brought... So, Yo Quiero has guac, which is like their most notable thing.
It's good.
It's very good. They also have queso and salsa, but she threw in a curveball that I did not see coming, and they've got regular bean dip, and then they have spicy bean dip, and that's when Tara Murray, the VP of marketing for Yo Quiero, absolutely won my heart over, was when she brought spicy bean dip. Mallory and I immediately went to the store to get Fritos. We came back, we tried the bean dip, and it was exceptional. Yo Quiero's bean dip is really good.
Did you get the big
Yes.
Fritos? Okay.
Yeah, we got the Big Dippers.
The Big Dippers.
I don't know if that's what they're called, but that's what I call
I
them.
presume that's what they're called.
If it's not, it should be.
Yeah, we are becoming more and more of a dip household now that like children can eat dips.
Yes.
Like there's certainly still a big problem with having like a 1.5-year-old around a bowl of dip or something like that. But like Hank can be responsible around a bowl of dip.
Yeah.
But there's kind of a like whenever you have kids, there has to be like a moratorium on dips.
I always have to bring dips to parties. One of them is LP's queso. LP has a special queso recipe that he has passed down to Jake and I. So now either Jake or I are always in charge of that. And I also make crack dip, which
I'm gonna
is
need
fantastic.
to get that recipe. I'm gonna need to get that recipe off air.
Yeah, I can give it to you off air. It's fantastic.
I have, of course, I'm a big fan of the smoked queso. Which is, that's more just like fun with food. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like that seems like that's
Watch it melt.
yeah. Watch it melt and all come together. There's not a ton of skill involved in it.
No.
But it's just like, oh, look at this. Like I could put that, and it
got-
looks good. It's really good for social media.
I'm back to putting it in the microwave because there's so much work to get the smoker out to make the queso.
Oh,
So
see,
you
we do
so
the
you'll go
crock pot.
you'll go
I think it tastes great. It's delicious.
you'll go buy
but-
the jar of queso.
No, we make it homemade.
okay, you'll make it homemade.
put
in
it
the microwave.
in the
Okay, no,
microwave.
we do crock pot.
That is one thing about when you make your own queso, and it's a strange thing to say, but like, you just got to buy the Velveeta, guys. Like,
Yes.
I know it's like I'm not here to tell you that Velveeta is like on its own not kind of gross, but like if you're gonna make queso at home, there's no way around it. You have to have the Velveeta.
There's always those things that like it's completely acceptable to buy off-brand products of this, that, and
Yeah.
the other, but that's the one thing that's like it's going to be name brand every time that I
Yeah,
buy
that
it.
and Philadelphia cream cheese.
Yes, correct.
Yeah,
the
that's a big
sour
get what you
cream-
pay for type thing.
Yeah.
Sour cream's another one. I'm bit like it's going to be Daisy or not.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm trying to
Sour
think of,
cream
like,
gets really watery sometimes in the off-brands.
the other, like, you learn, every married person, I'm sure you've gone through this as well, every married, I'll just say married dude,
Okay.
learns one time that you can't skimp on laundry detergent and you can't skimp on dishwasher detergent.
Yes, dishwasher
Those
detergent's
are,
a huge
like,
one.
you got to go name brand. My wife, like, and here I thought I was being like Mr. Frugal. I go and I buy the store brand, you know, the
Yeah.
off brand, like the thing of like 50 of the pods and stuff for the dishwasher. I'm coming in doing the Vince McMahon walk, feeling like I've figured it out.
You got a nose wrinkle of disgust on
Yeah.
that.
She looks at me, she goes, "What did you do?"
See, as then they're going to be all streaky and like
Oh.
kind of the white froth over the glass.
And then you have 50 of them. So like, I don't know. I think we made it through about 8, and then she's like, "Throw them out." Get new
maybe
ones."
maybe that's
I'm-
why the youth started baking them into their pizzas. Do you remember eating Tide Pods was a huge thing?
I mean, I never did it.
I never did either.
Okay.
They look like candy is why.
Yeah.
I'm big paper towels have to be name brand.
Yeah.
Energy too. I agree with all the things that you
Toilet
said, but
paper.
I'm putting
Toilet paper.
yeah, toilet paper goes without saying too, I believe. Like
Mm-hmm.
you have to have good toilet paper. But the paper towels, I think everybody thinks, "Oh, I can get away with buying
Okay.
great value paper towels. You're not going to notice a difference." You will.
Oh, you absolutely will, because like there's nothing worse than like you tear the paper towel and you just get like the shred at
Oh
the bottom.
man, someone ordered that for us at the office.
Yes,
one
they
time,
did.
and we ordered like bulk paper towels, and every single time we would rip one of the sheets, there was the whole bottom triangle left. And I finally looked at, I don't even remember who it was at the time. I was like, we have to get new paper towels. I can't do this anymore.
It might have been Sweet Emma, who was like just trying to do her
Good
job.
job.
But like, oh my God, that was a bad time. Here's another thing that I think got by name brand. And it's not just because Community Coffee is a sponsor, but like Keurig cups, like K cups. If you get the off-brand stuff, they'll mess up your Keurig. That's
Oh,
happened
really?
to us. Oh yeah, that's happened to us. They'll mess up.
I always
your
do the
Keurig.
little reusable ones.
Oh, look at you.
And then you just get ground coffee and you can put it
saving
in
the
there.
environment.
Correct.
I used to until my filter wouldn't fit in the new Keurig anymore, and I was like, I'm not buying another one of these.
They're like $2.
I know, but it was
Oh,
just
yeah.
very
It's the
frustrating. It's
principle
still
of it.
there.
That's the principle.
Anyway.
It's like the iPhone charging cord.
Yes.
Like now I hear the rumor is that the iPhone 15 is
Yeah.
changing to
To the
USB-C, and we have to upgrade. Everybody else in the world has already done this, but America's now going to USB-C. I heard they had some laws in some countries that every device has to have the same plug-in cord, so you can't get ripped off. But anyway,
I'm
It's
feeling
National
ripped off.
Queso Day.
Happy
It's
National,
National
Queso,
Queso
Day.
Day.
That's something that you don't need to feel ripped off about.
Absolutely. Hit the theme expo. Pickle. Hit the arrow sign. Yes, y'all! From the Dave Campbell's Texas Football Mothership here in beautiful Louisville, Texas, it is Texas football today. a program online. My name's Greg Tepper. I'm the managing editor of Dave Campbell's Texas Football Magazine, texasfootball.com, a corresponding website. Thank you for spending part of your day with us. Whether you're watching us live, texasfootball.com, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, all the places, or just listen to the podcast, which you can subscribe to on the podcast vendor of your choice. Either way, thank you for doing your part to support your local mediocre internet show. I am sitting in this chair, sitting over there at the helm today, making us sound good, working the buttons, hitting the gadgets. She's the Duchess of the Dork. She's Ashley Pickle.
I think there's a lack of gadgets over here.
We need more gadgets.
That seems
More bits and
legitimate.
more gadgets. And sitting to my right, one Greg's not enough. This calls for double Greg. We're joined by the director of recruiting for Dave Campbell's Texas Football, our friend Greg Powers.
What's up, y'all?
Hey, man.
Hey.
Doing good?
Yeah.
Watching the Reds?
We're watching little Reds baseball. It's looking a little squirrely, second and third for the Twins, one out, just to keep you all apprised. Every game matters this time
We will
of year.
get you play-by-play coverage here of Reds and Twins.
I promised that was the last Reds update for today. We're going to talk about recruiting.
Not if I have anything to say about it.
Let's go. Recruiting.
Today is Wednesday, September 20th, 2023, 64 days until Thanksgiving. Happy birthday to Young Jock.
Oh, yes. It's going down.
It is going down.
Dude, that was our prior to going out song in college was Young Jock's It's Going Down.
Young Jock turns 43 years young today. Happy birthday,
Wow.
Young Jock.
Also, happy birthday to our assistant producer, Blaine Tatum,
Oh.
for Dave Campbell's Texas Football Tonight.
Happy birthday, Blaine. It is episode 1654. On today's show, folks, big show. We got This Week in Recruiting with Greg Powers, our director of recruiting. Then Powers talked with McKinney North tight end Nate Markiewicz.
You
Close.
added in an extra syllable.
Yeah.
Didn't need to be there.
You know what's funny is that, like, I'm Polish too. I got to be able to get this. Nate Markiewicz, the UTSA commit, we'll hear from him. And then back half of the show, you might want to stick around for this. We're unveiling the 2023 Mr. Texas Football Watch List, the 100-player watch list, exclusively revealed here on Dave Campbell's Texas Football Today, if you stick around with us. Do we have first four through the door?
We sure do. Big jiggly water balloons. Daniel Agnew, Josh Wyndham, and Tony Blaylock. Welcome in, fellas.
Could you,
Nope.
I didn't hear that.
You heard it.
Did you hear that
I'm not
first one?
saying it again. I said it once. I'm not doing it again.
While you're here, first four and all people, today is the day we ask for questions for Helpful Honda Mailbag. So if you've got questions about high school football, college football, recruiting, lifestyle, romance, travel, anything, get them in the comments, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. We'll be answering the best ones on Friday.
Can I ask one?
Yeah.
I can ask one now?
Yeah, go ahead.
And you can add it to the list?
Yeah, here you go. Yeah, write this down.
Who is the biggest threat to knock off Carthage this year?
Ooh, I like it.
Write that down.
Yeah, on it.
That's a good question. Anyway, we will. So get your questions in Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch about high school football, college
written
football,
down.
recruiting, lifestyle, romance, travel. If you get your questions in today for Helpful Honda Mailbag, we will answer all the best ones on Friday. So go do that now in the comments. I'm Greg Tepper. That's Greg Powers. This is This Week
In Cruton!
It's This Week in Recruiting with Greg Powers, our director of recruiting here at Dave Campbell's Texas Football. Follow him on Twitter at GPowersScout. See his fine work at TexasFootball.com/recruiting. And, of course, this is brought to you by our good chicken friends at Chicken Express. Chicken Express, is there anything better than getting an extra tender? Because I went Friday, as I normally do, before I went home and took a nap. I do chicken eat and then nap before my Friday night stuff. And I order the 4-banger, right?
Yeah.
Order the 4-box, right? Just, at this point, these people know me. I'm walking up.
The Tepper special.
It's like it's fourth quarter. I'm just holding up 4 fingers.
Tepper
right?
special. No drink, extra side.
Bingo, bango. And I get home, open it up. A little bonus tendy. 5 tendies in
Let's
there. And you want to
go.
talk about a day maker. A day maker.
That makes you sleep extra well, too.
Oh, I had a great nap.
Gun to my head, I might go extra roll versus extra 10.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
They don't.
They know
usually
what they.
mess
I
up
think
on the
that
roll.
I think that they understand what they've got with the roll.
Yeah.
Like the roll. Like if the president rolled through, he might get an extra roll.
I'm getting an extra
Maybe.
roll. I'm getting an extra roll anyway.
You're just going bonus
That's
roll?
my standard order is to add a roll.
Adderall, man. That's a power move.
Well, they don't call him Greg Powers for nothing.
There you go.
This Week in Recruiting, I'm stopping that right now.
Hey, look, I've got the last name Pickle. I've done enough, okay?
This is. I've never thought about this. This is a congress of people with certainly unique last names.
They always keep making shows with Powers in the name too. First
you.
it was Austin Powers, then it was Kenny Powers.
I'm telling you.
I can never escape it.
Which is just so ironic because then you flip it around and we've got 2 Gregs out of 3 people.
It's This Week in Recruiting with Greg Powers. A lot to get to on this week's episode. Let's start with our prospect on the rise. Our prospect on the rise are going to Lancaster to talk about their senior running back, Kewan Lacy, who is the newest Dave Campbell's Texas Football Rising 4-star prospect. He is moves up to number 47 in our DCTF Rising Hot 100 for the class of 2024. The Nebraska commit has been a bright spot for an otherwise, I would say, rather slow-starting Lancaster squad. But this guy is certainly worthy of the hype. I know you saw him in person, and the speed is undeniable.
Yeah, definitely one of my favorite players that I've seen so far this season. He's always been hovering around that 4-star range, so I was happy that I had the chance to really get to see him be the showcase element of the Lancaster Tigers offense this season. He played at Fort Worth Nolan Catholic before Lancaster. He played behind Sergio Snyder there, and then when he got to Lancaster, he played behind Kyson Brown. So he's been a great complementary piece to a couple of different offenses in Texas high school football, but now he's the star of the show. And one thing that I didn't give enough credit was his toughness in between the tackles. I didn't give Lacy enough credit for that, and that was something that we really wanted to see is could he carry that offense? And he's answered that question markedly, and I love how he runs with a little bit of forward lean. He's always moving forward, picks up tough yards, really good feet in the hole, can dance and duck and dodge tackles. But I love how he accelerates to and through contact. And he's really getting, as you can see here, really getting full speed as he's getting contact 3 or 4 yards in the hole. That makes him really tough to tackle. We knew that he was a great pass catcher out of the backfield. He proved that last year. He's proved that in the camp setting. He's almost like a wide receiver out there at times, but he's a bona fide in between the tackles running back with great 4.4 speed and is also a tremendous pass catcher. So he's a well-rounded running back, and that's why he's the newest DCTF 4-star in the class of 2024.
Yeah, Nebraska's getting a good one. And we certainly don't know how Matt Rule is going to recruit and kind of the identity of this Matt Rule Nebraska. But I will say this. They'll probably riot in Lincoln if they don't recruit hard-charging, tough-nosed running back or like hard-nosed running backs. And Kewan Lacy definitely fits that bill. There is a lot of like old school Nebraska running back in Kewan Lacy.
Yeah, no doubt. I think you're going to look at this tape as people are watching it as we're kind of talking about him. You're going to see his explosive qualities, his ability to get to the outside, but it's the things that are overlooked. I think his toughness in between the tackles that just hasn't gotten enough credit by guys like me who do rankings, who do Texas high school football prospect rankings. So this is just an eye-opener. He's been on the radar, but I think he's now the 5th running back in the class of 2024 to earn 4-star status. Wow. And I think that his upside once he reaches college is high. So he's got a high.
So to be clear, 5 of the top 50 prospects in our Hot 100 are running backs.
Running backs.
Okay.
Yep. So 5 of the top. And that's probably about on average.
You can go to texasfootball.com and /recruiting and see the newly reorganized, rejiggered DCTF Rising Hot 100 after 4 weeks of the Texas high school football season. Let's keep it rolling with our commit of the week. Our commit of the week going out in the Houston area to Humble Summer Creek to talk about their senior linebacker Xavier Atkins, who committed to LSU again. The DCTF 4-star prospect, the number 34 prospect in the DCTF Rising Hot 100, was an LSU commit, then wasn't an LSU commit, and now is an LSU commit. Going to go play for the Tigers.
Yeah, I think he committed originally to LSU in July of 2022, then decommitted in July of 2023. So he was like a year on that LSU commitment list. He was one of the players who I was most intrigued about watching this season as well because he really passes the eyeball test. And I always forget about Summer Creek being an Humble. I always just call him Summer Creek, so when I said that, it kind of threw me.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to Xavier Atkins. He is very quick to the football, physical. I love his ability to be able to play tough inside the box. Speed is an element in today's game that you have to possess to be a quality linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
He has good quickness and good speed, especially downhill, but he's a sure tackler and a physical phenomenon. So that's what makes him really special, and the LSU Tigers are getting a good one. And Summer Creek also got a good one because he transferred to Summer Creek from Louisiana during the offseason, and he has been a key factor on a quick start for Summer Creek here this season. And I think that he is going to be one of those players that you have to look for around playoff time to make these transcendent plays. Like whenever it's a tough game, will it be a Xavier Atkins who steps up on defense to lead them to a big win? I've got it penciled in right now, not 100% locked in, penciled in.
Mm-hmm.
North Shore and Summer Creek, 2 weeks, 2 Thursdays from tomorrow. So I think that could be a good game. Summer Creek really surprised me with how they dominated Klein Collins.
Yes.
That was a game that actually
very
kind
impressive.
of really opened my eyes to the talent that Summer Creek has.
Very, 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 very impressive.
They've always been good.
Yeah, they always have it. And they always seem to have thumpers. Like
Yeah.
they always seem like whether it's offensive linemen or like
Calvin Banks.
yeah, or it's big hard hitting linebackers or second or safeties. They always seem to have guys like that. And Xavier Atkins, the once and future LSU commit, certainly falls into that category. It's This Week in Recruiting with Greg Powers, our director of recruiting here at Dave Campbell's Texas Football. Get involved in the conversation, #TeeUpToday. Let's roll on to our underclassmen of the week. Our underclassmen of the week going to Frisco to talk about Frisco Lone Star sophomore athlete Jordan Deck. Jordan Deck is a 6'3", 175-pound athlete that they're playing at free safety right now there at Frisco Lone Star. Watch out. He picked up his first 2 pair of offers this week from SMU and North Texas. They play him at wide receiver and safety. He's been doing a lot of his damage on the safety at the safety spot this year, but this is a guy that certainly passes the eyeball test. And, I have been awfully impressed with the way that they have deployed Mr. Deck in his early varsity career.
Well, I love seeing on the first 3 plays of his early sophomore highlight package is he's got a big hit on defense at safety, an over-the-top catch on offense, and a special teams play. I mean, he's bringing the thunder in all 3 phases for Frisco Lone Star, and he's only starting to scratch the surface of his potential. Really opened my eyes in the Frisco Reedy game. That was a big come-from-behind win for Jeff Rayburn's Rangers, and Deck is going to be a key component over the rest of this season and, of course, his next 2 high school football seasons there in Frisco. 6'3", 175, 180 pounds already, can really run and is super athletic. This is going to be one of those guys where I have an internal struggle trying to figure out whether I like him better on offense or defense, and I bet you Coach Rayburn's going to have the same problem. But you want to know what he's probably going to do?
Probably play him until he's tired.
Going to play him on both sides of the ball. He's going to play him on both sides of the ball.
Why don't you stay out there? And we'll figure it out 6. How about that?
Also, go block this punt for
or 13 rather. Yeah. He's a name to know there. Jordan Deck, the sophomore athlete there, Frisco Lone Star, now an offer from SMU and from North Texas. Let's round it all out with our recruit of the week, and our recruit of the week is Silsbee wide receiver Dre'lon Miller, and he is the subject of this week's Dave Campbell's Texan Live Spotlight.
Tigers stay in it, shotgun. Miller inside, caught, looking to get away. One move, gets up across the 25. Mosier got the quick feet, fires it outside to Miller, just short of the pylon. From the 23, fakes the kibbles, inside to Miller. He's looking, and I'll figure out where he's going in a second. As he's 10 yards behind where he caught the ball. Does get the edge. Got a blocker. Got 2 blockers. He will keep going. 10, 5, touchdown. And I don't know how to put it into words. That is 77 yards. Trips to the right side here, the near side. Miller up top. Man covers. Mosier looks, sets, throws. Caught at the 20. 10, 5, touchdown.
Wow.
As Mosier,
He threw from the 30.
65-yard touchdown to Miller.
Yeah, Dre'lon Miller, the wide receiver from Silsbee, 5-star, right?
Five-star.
5-star.
Number 3
in the state. He is a problem. He is a big-time problem on the outside and is tearing it up so far. I think we were looking over the numbers. He's averaging like 30 yards a catch or something.
Well, over
like
the
that.
last 2 weeks, I think he went for. Let's just round it. Yeah. I think he went for 330 and 5 touchdowns on 7 catches
It's
or something like that.
It's
8
silly
catches.
what he's doing. Well, and we saw it. I mean, I know we've mentioned this before, but we saw him at State 7-on-7. And you really do underestimate, until you see him in person, you underestimate the size and speed combo. Because there were a couple of plays there at 7-on-7 where they get him the ball kind of like coming across on a slant, and some guy's reaching out and touching him from behind, and all we're thinking on the sideline is like, oh, that's a touchdown in pads. Like, that's a touchdown on Friday night because nobody's catching him in the open field. He is such a menace out there, and I don't know who's gonna cover
Teams
him.
are trying to double and triple team him now, and it's not working. Right? You've known since he's been on the radar for a while, but last year's opening game against Vider, he went off, and since that game, he hasn't stopped.
Yeah.
Like, he's just continued to go off game by game, and really, if you look at one player as being, Terry Bussey's very important to Timpson, right?
Yes.
They were winning without
They're
him. Still good.
Mm-hmm.
Silsby's still good without Dre'lon Miller, but I have to look at him as being like the single most important player to a team's success in the state.
Yeah.
That's what I believe.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. I mean, Terry Bussey may be that guy. Jacoby Williams at Beckville, of course, very important. But I think Silsby's a completely different team absent
100%.
Dre'lon Miller.
Well, and I think
of course he's committed to Texas A&M.
For sure, yes. We should mention that he's a Texas A&M commit, and they'll be happy to have him. I think you got to give a lot of credit to Randy Smith and to their offensive coordinator, Trent Jones, that they are scheming him open, too. When everyone knows that one is getting the ball, they're scheming him open, and that's certainly, like, that takes a lot of – that's coaching prowess as well.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And I just like – this is a cool high school football story in general, too. Guys like Dre'lon Miller, when you double them up, frees up other guys that make plays like Ashton Cartwright in that offense, who's now
really good player,
who's now a college prospect, right? So Ashton Cartwright now has a chance to get his hands on more footballs because they're trying to cover Dre'lon Miller, which they can't do, but they try.
It's a great story there, and Dre'lon Miller, pretty good is the official stance of Dave Campbell's Texas football. Also pretty good, it's our director of recruiting, Greg Powers. Follow him on Twitter at GPowersScout. See us find work at TexasFootball.com/recruiting. Stick around because we got more things to talk about.
All right, I'll stay.
We're Texas Football Today. We're here every weekday at noon on TexasFootball.com, talking football in the Lone Star State. You can follow us on Twitter at DCTF. Like us on Facebook, Facebook.com/Dave Campbell's. Follow us on Instagram, Instagram.com/Dave Campbell's. And, of course, see us at TexasFootball.com. Reminder, get your questions in for Helpful Honda Mailbag. Get them in the comments, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. We will answer them on Friday during Helpful Honda Mailbag Friday. But get them in the comments right now if you got questions about high school football, college football, recruiting, lifestyle, romance, travel, anything like that. Coming up here in just a moment, we'll hear from a big-time UTSA commit and what he's going to bring to the Roadrunners. But first, a word from these valued goods and services.
Born and bred in Texas hits a little different, as it should. Texans love doing business with fellow Texans. VCR Now takes its Texas roots as seriously as its many partnerships with schools and universities around the state. It's also why we're so proud to promote our brand in the pages of the Texas Bible, Dave Campbell's Texas Football, and on the airwaves of Texas Football Today. Driven by producing quality broadcast video, state-of-the-art audio, and LED video scoreboards at affordable prices, VCR Now makes sure to listen to your needs in its athletic department before recommending the next best steps. Building great products is our business, and it's our focus on building meaningful, long-term partnerships with our clients that sets us apart. From our 24/7, 365-day help desk, the training lab in our hometown of Red Oak, or our sports marketing business plan that puts money back in the hands of our athletic departments we support, VCR Now is built to last. Reach out to us today at info@vcrnow.com or by calling 855-GO-VCR-NOW. Again, that's info@vcrnow.com or by calling 855-GO-VCR-NOW.
I feel like bustin' loose, bustin' loose, come on. Get on up. Oh yeah, get on up. Bustin' loose when you wanna sing. Bustin' loose, baby, do your thing. Talking about bustin' loose, yeah.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Potter, Executive Director of Be Well Texas. Too many people are struggling alone these days, and alcohol and drug deaths are increasing. We started Be Well Texas to offer high-quality, science-based addiction treatment and recovery services anywhere, even at home. We provide compassionate, caring support virtually or in person. In many cases, there is no cost for treatment if you don't have insurance. Really. Welcome to Be Well Texas. We're glad you're here.
Before we get to our conversation with Nate Markiewicz, right? Markiewicz. I keep doing it. Markiewicz from McKinney North. Quick Reds update.
1-0 Reds. Bottom of the third. Oh wait, I promise
liar.
not.
You
Promise not to. You tricked me.
non-truther.
He tricked me.
He
tricked
got
me.
you. You cannot fall into the temper trap ever.
And I was excited because the Reds were winning.
Tell us about McKinney North tight end Nate Markiewicz.
Big time tight end, very versatile. I really like the fact that they can use him on the outside, lined up as a true inline tight end, as a sniffer back. That sniffer position is like the most overlooked position in football. You have to be extremely intelligent to know who to block and how to block them within these offensive schemes, especially one that McKinney North runs, and Nate Markiewicz is the man to depend on to do that. And he's committed to UTSA. Jeff Traylor's getting a big one who has a college-ready frame.
Here's McKinney North tight end Nate Markiewicz here on Texas Football Today.
Greg Powers, Dave Campbell's Texas Football, and I'm out here with Nate Markiewicz after a big McKinney North win, 28-21 over the Lancaster Tigers. Man, you guys avenged a loss from last year, a 74-7 loss. Just kind of talk about the heart and soul of this team and why you guys were able to respond to that and come out fighting tonight.
You know, this year we're putting everything on the line we got, and you know, in practice we're so ready to get after it, and it's a whole mentality that we got, and our culture is just totally different this year, and we're ready to go deep.
I know you're a team leader. In the second half, the offensive line was struggling with having a lot of false start penalties, putting you guys behind the 8 ball as far as field position was concerned, or at least conversion was concerned, trying to set up longer plays. As a leader on the team, what do you start to tell your guys in those types of situations? How are you able to rally them up so whenever it got important in the fourth quarter, your team could answer the call?
You know, with experience with them moving like that, you just got to tell them to relax, and they're going to move. You just have to lean back and sit in your stance, and you know, just wait for that call. And it's loud. They got a nice band, but we just have to stay calm in the fourth quarter, especially.
A lot of offensive weapons, playmakers. A lot of you guys are seniors. You got yourself, J.P. Walker, Hitchcock. You know, a lot of guys to turn to that are seniors, upperclassmen. What's it like being like a part of that, being a part of like a senior-led team?
You know, it's like a brotherhood to us, you know, just having, like, each year we build it up and all come together. Like, we have a team leadership. Each week we get together and work how we can improve each other, improve the team.
Kind of talk about playing with your brother out here. There's another Markiewicz on the field beside you, and you guys get to have a bond. You get to play with your twin brother your senior year.
Yes, sir. I'm excited for that.
Your family name kind of rings out here, too. What's it like being like a part of that tradition?
You know, it's awesome always seeing articles and stuff and just, you know, always remembering my brothers, their legacy here and how I can lead it on from now on. You know, it's awesome.
Now your legacy is going to go from high school to college. You made your commitment to UTSA. What was it about the Roadrunners program that drew you in?
Man, the Roadrunners, you know, they're winning. The relationships is everything to me. They text me, I think, every single day, and they got a good coaching staff. That's all I can say right now. Coach Brewer here. Kind of talk about how he's turned this program around. What's it like playing for him? It's his meadow, his just everything he has is like player led. He lets us, like, our leaders, do it how. Then he has his moments, and we just all come together, and it's awesome at the end.
Nate Markiewicz, one of the top tight ends in the entire state of Texas, out here with the McKinney North Bulldogs, who knocked off the Lancaster Tigers 28-21 tonight. Congratulations on the big win, and good luck with your senior season.
Thank you.
There he is, Nate Markiewicz, the big tight end from McKinney North, the UTSA commit. There, it's Powers After Dark.
Yeah, they turned the
lights
out. Turned the lights out, and it wasn't very long after the game. Like,
yeah.
I would say 5 minutes.
They were trying to run you
after
out of
the
there,
game
dude.
ended. They were like, "Hey, we got school tomorrow.
Let's go." Yeah,
I
because
think
it was a Thursday.
that was a Thursday
Yeah.
game.
They're like, everybody go home and get some sleep. We've got class in the
That's
morning.
when they start doing the announcements at like the beginning of the third quarter. Start
yeah.
calling your parents.
Oh, yeah. Start calling your parents. Start getting your rides and stuff like that. Anyway.
McKinney North, a well-rounded squad. They've
There.
got a good quarterback.
Mhm.
They've got big Markiewicz. They've got a great running back, Jaden J.P.
Mm-hmm.
Walker, and a really good outside receiver in Cam Powell. And the defense played pretty good against Lancaster. I mean, team that I know was solid last year, but Coach Brewer over there has got that team. They're headed in the right direction.
For sure. Yeah, it's a good year in McKinney ISD overall.
Yeah.
This is keep an eye on them.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're Texas Football Today. We're here every weekday at noon on TexasFootball.com, talking football in the Lone Star State. You can follow us on Twitter at DCTF, like us on Facebook, Facebook.com/Dave Campbells. Follow us on Instagram, Instagram.com/Dave Campbells, and of course, see us at TexasFootball.com. Coming up here in just a moment, the exclusive reveal of the 2023 Mr. Texas Football Watch List, the 100-player list. But first, let's find out what our partners have to say. Dave Campbell's Texas Football is proud to partner with First National Bank of Omaha to present the Dave Campbell's Impactful Leadership Award presented by FNBO. The weekly award will recognize 10 influential Texas high school football athletes who are leaders both on and off the playing field. Congratulations to this week's winner of the Dave Campbell's Impactful Leadership Award presented by First National Bank of Omaha. To read more about what makes this week's recipient such a great leader, visit TexasFootball.com. Dave Campbell's Texas Football is proud to partner with Sport Tyler to award the Earl Campbell Tyler Rose National Player of the Week, which recognizes the top offensive player in Division I college football, who also exhibits the enduring characteristics that define Earl Campbell: integrity, performance, teamwork, sportsmanship, drive, community, and tenacity. In addition, each honoree must be born in Texas, graduate from a Texas high school, or play at a Texas-based junior college or Division I Texas college. It all leads up to the Earl Campbell Tyler Rose Award, announced in January. Congratulations to this week's winner of the Earl Campbell Tyler Rose National Player of the Week. For more information, visit earlcampbellaward.com. Now is time to roll out the 2023 Mr. Texas Football Player of the Year watch list. Dave Campbell's Texas Football, the leading publication for all things football in the state of Texas, and the Tax Act Texas Bowl proudly announced the 100-player watch list for the Mr. Texas Football High School Player of the Year award presented by Kroger. The voters, when appropriate, will add players to the watch list. Mr. Texas Football annually recognizes the most outstanding high school football player in the state. Each week, fans are given a chance to vote for the Player of the Week on TexasFootball.com. At the end of the high school football season, 10 finalists will be named. Fans will then cast their vote for who they think should be named the Mr. Texas Football Player of the Year. The winner of the 2023 Mr. Texas Football Award presented by Kroger will be announced prior to the Tax Act Texas Bowl, which will be played at NRG Stadium on Wednesday, December 27th. Former winners of the award include 2018 Heisman Trophy winner and number 1 overall pick Kyler Murray, who won in 2013 and 2014 out of Allen. 2012 Heisman Trophy winner Johnny Manziel, who won in 2010 out of Kerrville-Tivy. Former Texas Longhorns running back Jonathan Gray, 2011 winner out of Aledo. And former Ole Miss Rebels quarterback Spencer Sanders, 2017 winner out of Denton Ryan. Timpson's Terry Bussey took home the award in 2022 and makes another appearance on this year's Top 100 watch list. For more information on the Mr. Texas Football Award, visit TaxActTexasBowl.com or TexasFootball.com. There's a beefy list there, Greg Powers, of stars across the state of Texas at every level in every classification there for the 2023 Mr. Texas Football watch list.
Yeah, it is definitely a lot of the top. I see a lot of the top-rated recruits, but I also see some of my favorite, like under the radar type of Texas high school football players, like Taft's JJ Acosta, who puts up monster numbers.
They do. So we will of course keep you updated. But this is the 2023 Mr. Texas Football watch list. Thanks to our friends at the Tax Act Texas Bowl and Kroger for being the sponsors. Let's go over to Ashley Pickle for America's second favorite segment. Final thoughts.
Coming up at 2 o'clock today, wherever you're watching this, Republic of Football. It is Carter Yates and Mallory Hartley. They bring you all of the college football preview updates heading into week 4 of the college football season. So come back and join them at 2.
It's Texas Baylor week. It's Iron Skillet week. Let's see what other.
The last Iron Skillet.
The last Iron Skillet, which is
so sad.
Dumb.
Yeah.
But Texas A&M, it's coming back.
Yeah. But I think we like Por qué no los dos. Like,
yeah,
really should be playing all these rivalry games, but they don't ask me.
Houston and Sam Houston.
Houston and Sam Houston this week. I will tell you this.
You better watch out.
Don't mess around, Houston. Sam Houston, offensively, they're riding the struggle bus, but their defense is stout. And
It's a night game.
it's a night game. Keep an eye on that one. Anyway, that's going to do it for us. Thanks for spending a little bit of your day with us. Follow us on Twitter at DCTF. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Dave Campbell's. Follow us on Instagram, instagram.com/Dave Campbell's. And, of course, see us at texasfootball.com. Thanks again to McKinney North tight end Nate Markiewicz for being our guest. For Ashley Pickle and Greg Powers, I'm Greg Tepper. Vince Young, please meet your Player of the Year trophy. Go Reds. We'll see you tomorrow on Texas Football Today.